Somebody said take out the Zudo for Angelimon. She would be in the back because she's a starter deck card, right? Yeah. And then as much as I want to run the floodgates, the Adventure Gabu is something people are also saying to run. I think everything else seems okay. I don't have the ties in paper, so instead I'm going to be using TK, Izzy, and Sorakari. So essentially, chat, if you're just now tuning in, welcome to the stream. And oh, I have water on my face. Anyway, I'm building adventures for locals, and yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what is good ratios, what cards I should be using, what cards I shouldn't, how to play a little bit, because I know like the deck's got lots of crazy kooky combos, and it is a harder deck to build. So I'm thinking on, like, maybe I could drop a Our Courage for something else. But I like Our Courage because it sets up the Skullgray. Skullgray is such a good card. Like, sure, it doesn't have some of the fancy bells and whistles that these have, but Skullgray adds extra control and resilience. I, again, don't know if this is optimal to use, but we're going like more OTK aggressive focus because of the Garudamon. Because the Garudamon, the idea is one of our Digimon gets security attack +1, then we use Mega Kabuterimon to be able to unsuspend it so it could attack again, and then because it'll have Alliance, it'll basically check for like 3-4 checks twice, so it should just break all of their security. So if I get like an early chip in, then I could just OTK the opponent. So that's essentially the idea, is mostly focused on Mega Kabuterimon and Garudamon and setting that up. So I want to try to make the deck as consistent as possible even without the tie, because I currently don't have the tie. So we're going to make do. I'm debating if this should just be more Adventure Tamers as a 2-of, or if I should just run a generic memory fixing tamer. Obviously, that's what the tie's for, but I think maybe the 3-drop tamers are probably, just running more of these is probably the better call. So, then we have Garudamon, or Bergermon for the free Evo. And then we also have Togemon for more consistency on free Evo. And then the only other card is to set up our Tamers. So that's pretty much it. Piercing. I know, I kind of built this out a little bit off stream, but I'm definitely going for a more aggressive build. So I know some people were using this. It is a security Digimon compared to the others, which aren't security Digimon, so it could trigger some of our effects during the opponent's turn. I don't think we have any effects during the opponent's turn. What does this card do? You get to return 1 from your trash to your hand. That's not terrible. It really isn't, but I don't think I have the room for it as of right now. What else are we cooking? I know some people are running Digivolve, but again, I'm more like all in on this combo. If you have 1 or fewer tamers, we could play one for free. That's the same thing as this. That's what I was looking for, is if Kabuterimon was better than Angemon. And I think the answer is yes. I think piercing is more relevant than a minus 2000. Because I'm not really using the minus 2000 for anything. So I think Kabuteri is still the correct answer. I could technically like cut the Togemons for the Garus. Maybe that's the play. Like cut the Toges for 2 Garus just to have a little bit extra utility. And the chance at a security Digimon. Because I do like security Digimons, but I do also like the consistency on this this style of effects. Because I could Skull Greymon dies, play out the Togemon. Togemon lets me Digivolve into, let's just say, Angemon, then one of our other Digimon with adventures. And then Angemon can then Digivolve into Metal. So I could, like, kind of ace. Or I could, like, Togemon into Mega Kabuterimon. I don't know. Maybe too much of this ability is bad. And I do just need this. I'm not really using blocker, so I think the draw power is more important than the Metal Greymon. So, what does this one do? This is just removal. Yeah, I don't think we need the removal. I mean, obviously removal is always good, but I don't think we need it as of right now. Because what does this egg do? Just plus 1,000? That's not very great. Yeah, I would want to run Floodgates, though. Because I think the Floodgates are, like, too good. So maybe I cut 2 Gabus for 2 Floodgates. So I think the most impactful Floodgate is obviously can't gain memory. So maybe something like this. I'm just trying to think of everything through. Before I, like, actually... Maybe I don't necessarily need 4 Melgas. So I could probably go down to 3 and then maybe play an additional rookie. So maybe I could just play a 3rd Gabu. It just means I don't really discard these aggressively or at all. So, yeah, I think this is okay. If there's anything else I'm missing, because yeah, I was initially using like Zudo for removal, but I think Zudo's just not good enough. I think literally like the Wereguru or something. I mean, the sword stripping is always good. But what does the War Greymon do? So, security attack +1 blocker. Delete one of the opponent's Digimon with as much DP as this Digimon. Then this Digimon gains +1,000 DP for each tamer color. It's 4 to evolve or 3 to evolve. I think I would still just rather have the ace. Like, I think if you're playing War Greymon, you're just better off playing, like, both of them and then maximizing on the Agumons. Because I do think, like, there's 3 approaches to this. There's, like, the mix build. There's, I guess maybe technically 4 ways to play this deck. So there would be, like, the mix build, where you're combining War Greymon and Metal Garurumon. Then you have the Greymon focused, Garurumon focused, and then no Mega focused. So, like, no Mega focused probably would try to capitalize on Skull Greymon if possible. But yeah, you're just trying to, like, rush with level 5s in that iteration. So I think, like, those are the 4 main ways that you would want to lean into adventures. So I think for now this is okay. So let's get some Batorus in. Start learning the deck so that way I could play it tomorrow at locals. And hopefully actually be able to do something. Any day now. Or unless I'm in the matchmaking bug. Usually it'll eventually link up. Any moment. No? Alright. Yeah, now I'm bugged. If I... Oh, I'm in Brazil, that's why. Let's see if we could get anything in America. Oh, I guess I'm still just hard bugged. Alright, I'm gonna have to restart the client. Unfortunate. Apologies for the technical difficulties. Was not my intention. Bataru. Random. Oh, nope. I don't want that deck. Oh, for a second I'm like, it didn't save my paper adventures. I wonder if it's saved if I'm in Brazil or US. Well, we'll find out. Hopefully. Usually Brazil wasn't that bad. Let's give it a good old reboot again. Hey, listen. I guess I should see which region I'm in. I'm in US, okay. So, let's see if we could get a US game. Nailed it. First try. Depending on what I search, Courage could be pretty good. The two Melgas aren't necessarily super great in my starting hand. It's really super risking, relying on what I draw off of the evolution of Biomon. So maybe I mulligan this. This is a little bit safer. So I'm going to evolve into Palmon down here, because I have the Courage for the draw and discard, and then I'm going to hard play Biomon so I could dig. So let's grab... We'll grab a Gabu, and then we'll grab the Joe, Mimi Joe. So next turn I could evolve into Kabuterimon. Whoa, what the heck? 4 Great Dragons? Interesting. The Garu's not terrible. So I have 2 options. I'm probably going to set up a Tamer. And then I could play out an option. I could swing. Oh, that's not good. Oh, I guess it's fine. Oh, the card gets placed into the battle area. Yeah, that's not good. So they locked me out of evolving to choke them a little bit more efficiently. So if that's the case, I either set up another Tamer or I Courage. I think I Courage because right now I don't have a level 5. Still no level 5, which is unfortunate. Sets up a free trial. Doesn't kill my Digimon. I think he just kills it for free with another Evo or something. What does this actually do? Yeah, he's just gonna go full combo. Ooh, Skull Greymon's really good here, actually. So we Gabu in the back. Then we Skull. That's pretty decent. Yeah, I'll raid. I have Piercing, so he either loses his Digimon or he loses his blocker and I take a damage. Or he takes a damage. Correction. Now I just have to figure out what do I want to do. I want to hold on to this so that way I can just leave this in raising. So maybe just drawing more or setting up another tamer is probably my best play. I'm anticipating him killing this, so that's why I'm like holding off on playing a tamer. So maybe Courage for more draw is probably better. It's either Courage or Biomon. I think maybe just setting up more Courages is fine. Still no level 5s. I'm running 10 of them, and I haven't found a alternative level 5 outside of the Skull. Not attacking me is fine. He could have attacked with the token and then deleted it. So I get to retail. Play a level 4. So return to my hand. Yeah, I have to play the level 4. So we're going to play the level 4 out. The level 4, and then we're going to return the level 5 to my hand. And then this lets me play out... Oh, no, it's only when digivolving. Oop. Oh, well. I mean, I could still just Skull Greymon on top next turn.
When you got a minute, can I borrow you for 5 minutes?
What do you need?
I'll probably buy a screw tomorrow or something, but the thing fell off. I just need you to hold the ladder for like all of 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's not right now though.
Yeah, I said when you have a minute.
Okay.
Well, there's still sunlight. That's about it.
Alright, memory boost. So he gets to minus 7k? Is that what that does? I mean, so far they haven't really done anything threatening, but I don't have my level 5s, so I'm kind of missing and bricking on those. We're gonna move out. We're gonna digivolve. There's a level 5. We're gonna set up a Mimi. he has a blocker out. So maybe I just go into this again. I could gain 2 memory. I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to be doing in this position, to be honest. Because this just lets him play. Yeah, I really don't know what I'm supposed to do in this position. Maybe just dig for another level 5? Just choke him to 1 and dig for another level 5? Oh, I have the ace. So, that's fine. I have level 5s I could play off of courage. Take Godflame? Yeah. I was like, that's probably the card you take. Interesting that they're running, like, some weird aces. Like, I guess the Magna Anja makes kind of sense. I think I just return a Kabuteri. Oh, it needs to be a level 5 or higher for that effect. Yeah, he's just gonna try to keep nuking my field. I mean, but Matt gives my Digimon Rush, right? Yeah. So I just literally, like, play something. So I could hard play Birdramon. Birdramon gives me a free evolution into Skullgray or Mega Kabuteri. Ooh, that's probably really bad for them. Because now I have a level 4. We'll just return the Gabu. No, I'll grab a Bio. Just in case. I need the search. Yeah, that forces him to make bad plays. So now I just... Oh, I could, like, hard play. No, I think I just Gabu back here. And then I make a big hard play turn. So I... What? Hard play Garudamon? So if I hard play Bio, Bio costs 1. Digivolve into Garudamon. Garudamon digivolves me into... Skull or Mega Kabuteri? I think it's just easier just to hard play Bio. Or I could just hard play a level 5. No, I kind of want Birdramon in the trash. One of your opponents suspended Digimon for every 2 colors. Suspend one. So I think I just go Skull. I could... I think he's just waiting for me to do something with these options. I don't exactly know what their plan is, but I'm very clearly not set up to try to, like, OTK them. But I could try to make like a sticky and annoying board. Let's see what they do. Okay, so they're gonna take the there's no piercing, so they're just losing their blocker. Do I just believe in our friendship to try to dig for a level 5 and pass? Or do I just set up another tamer? I think maybe setting up another tamer is correct. Like, I just need to find the Garudamon, and I should be okay. So I think, like, having access at more tamers to get me more memory is probably for the better. I mean, I don't exactly think their deck is going to be doing that much. I could ace here, but I don't think I ace. I just started learning adventures. I'm going to be taking this deck to locals. Oh, I think they have enough to where they just start hard playing stuff. Okay. Is this by deleting or leaves? Would leave. Okay. And then this will suspend this down. What? He does know I just play Skull Greymon. Yeah, he effectively did, like, borderline nothing. He made me waste my options. And I actually put him in a worse position. Which is very ironic. Courage United is so annoying. It's such a good card, I do agree. Do I ace this? Level 4, for every 2 of the tamers, add 1 to the max. I don't think I ace this. Because I'm, like, in 0 signs of danger. Oh, Angelwomon's a really good pickup. So let's just gain all the memory, because I think I just break his board and automatically win the game. Is that what's pretty much gonna happen? So I could Digivolve into an ace here for 4. Get rid of you. Oh. Return to the bottom. Yeah, we'll get rid of the ace. So that way I get more memory. So that made this evolution free. And then when attacking, I get to play a level 4 or lower Digimon from my trash for free. That's really strong. So what level 4 or lowers from my trash? So I do have Garurumon, which would let me add back the Mega Kabuteri. So that seems pretty good. He could block if he wants. I don't think I care. So discard, draw. What are we discarding? Probably throw a Goma, because I could always potentially use the ability to play it out for free. But yeah, we're gonna play out the Gabu, or the Garu. Garu's gonna add back the Kabuteri. They get to choose to block. They do indeed block, which is fine. Because now I could hard play the Birdramon. Then Birdramon will let me Anguamon, and then Anguamon will let me Mega Kabuteri. So I think that's the play. Alright, we might as well throw all those out. Then this will let me Digivolve. And then this will let me Digivolve. And then I can unsuspend and suspend. And then you can gain alliance. And you can attack. I don't have piercing, so I might as well just attack security. Alliancing with this. Trial does nothing. Patamon also does nothing. Then what? Do I just play a level 3 just to have an extra alliance target? So, like, play out a Palmon? No, I play out Goma for the Floodgate. Oh. Oh, that was probably a misplay on my part. Then one Digimon will attack. Yeah, I was supposed to alliance. I was supposed to target her and then have her alliance. Okay. So that would have been 2 checks, and then they would have been at 1 with this suspended. And then I might have been able to do something else. Oh. So let's go ahead and Digivolve here. Ooh, another Kabuteri. That's really good. You do not natively have Alliance. You currently have draw 1, discard 1. So, I'm already misplaying a lot, but this is literally the first time I'm playing this deck. I do have an ace to be able to get rid of... I think I just attack their Digimon since I don't think I can win. Let's get rid of... Probably the Palmon. All of my adventure traded Digimon game blocker. So I could, when they swing, I could try to Garurumon Ace. That gets rid of 1. So I needed like another tamer on the field. Another like Mimi Joe. Because this will give blocker. So that just gives blocker to this. So blocker's pretty irrelevant right now. Honestly, maybe I do just set up the ace play. Well, there's the Garudamon that I kind of wanted. Yeah, because that blew up. So he only has 1 Digimon on the field, and I could Metal Garurumon to remove an attacker. So he gets to do his thingies. So now he has to commit memory to this if he wants to actually do anything. Yeah. Okay. Learned a lot that game. All right. That was quite the learning experience. Yeah, I only need 1 of these on the field. So I think it's like okay to run 1 of this, but I do think like having an extra 1 of this is probably good. So maybe I could go down a Met and TK to potentially play like another Sora Kari. Because I do need these effects, like very desperately. The start of turn, gain a memory. So maybe I could even get rid of like a Courage United for another one. How many Tamas am I running? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That feels very light. I mean, granted, I only need 2 Tamers, but it still feels very light. So maybe the play was to ditch a Gabu and then like maybe go up on this or something. Just to try to increase the amount of different Tamers that I have. That, and I need that ability, like, very desperately. I felt like I could have done way more if I used it properly. But I'm starting to kind of get the deck. Not seeing the Garudamon until, like, the very end of the game was a little annoying. But that's just variance. Can't really do anything about that. I really am liking the Skull Greymon because it adds to the resilience. So, like, between that and courage, like, the resilience of the deck actually can be pretty high. No rookies, so we're immediately gonna mulligan. I mean, I do have 2 tamers, so it's not, like, completely dead in the water, but I would rather have a rookie. I mean, I have at least these. Does this count have an adventure? Okay, so I do get to go first. So I think I just need to use this to search. And then maybe potentially play like Matt or Courage. Alright, we found a rookie. Yeah, Melga's an interesting card, I'll say that. It's a very combo heavy card. More specifically, the when attacking part. The on play when digivolving is just fine. Purple hybrids. So depending on how much memory they give, I'm either going to be Couraging or Matt. Interesting that they discarded a Dusk. They're obviously going to take the Dusk because it's the only target. But that's an interesting choice that they would... I mean, I guess it maybe makes sense. So I'm probably... I don't want to set up the Tamer because I'm just going to move out and Kabuterimon to set it up. So maybe it's just double Courage turn. Just to try to dig. Okay, I found a level 5. Yeah, the fact that they start with a lot of memory is already kind of spooky. Also, they can mill me out pretty easy with all of the colors I run. So they could gain another memory. And they chose not to? Okay. Yeah, there's the Koichi to 1. Is it worth forfeiting my turn? No. Honestly, I think I just take the lick. Set this up. So that way I could try to play this out next turn. I just need to get a Tamer up. Because, like, at least Kabuterimon still let me be able to play it. Those are all very good hits. I think he's obviously going to take the Velgar. Does he miss the timing on this? At the start of your main, so he doesn't. He gets to search and then throw it away. So he's pretty much set up to loop forever. But I only have 2 colors on my field with the Tamer. I could have chose not to Tamer and just optioned instead. Just to reduce the amount of colors he has as targets. Oh, he gets to mess with my colors. He changed it to yellow. So that way I don't get the full 4 effect off of it. I forgot they can do that. Yeah, but then they only get 1 mil. Are they going to kill themselves to reset? Probably. So he gets 1 extra attack and then 2, so I could go down to no security. Or no, I would go down to 1 security. Changing it to yellow still. No, he changed it to black, so that actually works in our favor. And now that we have 2 tamers, he's going to mill us a little bit more. And that means I actually have to hard play this to set it up, so... But at least I get more memory to work with when I move out, because I have both of them. Oh, I'm going to have a lot of memory. I just need to draw Garudamon, and I should be able to potentially OTK them. Gazi, that doesn't do anything. I mean, he should have just hard played the Gazi to pass. Oh. Demonic Disaster. Is this a once per turn? Oh, it's just end of attack. He just gets to gain a memory, so it's essentially a free card. So he's going to delete himself and then play out the mat. Does he have a rusher? I mean, he could figure out a way to discard a card and then... No, okay. He just... Yeah, I probably would have hard played the Gazi to stop memory gain. Yeah, they're probably banking on me actually deleting this, so they can steal a memory here. So from this type of a position, I probably can forget about Kabuterimon at this point, but I do have to set up the mat somehow. So I think I do just have to pop both of these. Is there anything actually useful in my trash? More Birdramons. No level 5s, though. So... using Garurumon's not super great. Gabumon doesn't do me anything. I think if I do, take back a Biomon or something? I think I still would rather just use it a little bit better. Well, maybe the cycling is what I need. Because I'm not going to pierce. So, yeah, I think I do just Digivolve here. Oh, So I'm going to be hard playing the Birdramon. So if I Digivolve into Garurumon here, that puts me to 2. Then I hard play the Birdramon to Digivolve into Mega Kabuteri. That seems like that's the play. Okay, the Angelomon's a huge pickup. So we're gonna grab back the Palmon, I think. And then we're gonna hard play... So I could hard play the Palmon, discount it for 1, just so I could have the Palmon on the field? Or would I just be better off? No, I think I do that. So discount it for 1, so that way it costs 2. Oh, no, then I can't do all my other shenanigans. I have to do it this way. So do I swing with this card is the next question. So if I swing with the Garurumon, I Digivolve here, use this effect to unsuspend it, so I think I do take the risk. That's fine. Then I hard play you. Discount. 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 and discount. Then you will let me digivolve into Anguimon. Then Anguimon will let me digivolve you into Mega Kabuterimon. Mega Kabuterimon will suspend and unsuspend. And then Alliance to probably the big guy. Then he will attack. Security. Alliancing. Discard probably a Palmon at this point. And then I really don't have any other good plays. So maybe I'm going to have to dig for the ace. So like maybe I hard play a rookie to get a blocker out and then hard play the A and try to dig for the ace. So if that's the case, then I just hard play BO. It's unfortunate that I won't be able to... Oh, we'll check the top 3. No ace. Found a Digimon. Found a Tamer. So if I hard played a level 5, still nothing really would have happened. Yeah, I literally just needed the Garudamon in that instance. Okay. Oh, just got out-tempoed. I don't know if there's anything in that game I particularly messed up. Maybe Tamer priority is where I messed up. This is pretty okay. I just need Tamers. They're going first, so I get an extra card draw, but I found my 2 most important level 5s, so I think I keep this. If I see any diggers or tamers, then I'm in good spot. I mean, I could at least, like, move out, swing with BO, and then grab the BO back from the egg. So, like, I do have some cheeky, aggressive plays. Yeah, I'm trying to think, even if I played a level 5 that turn, I don't think I would have been in that much of a better spot. Red hybrid. Interesting. And not even the good red hybrid, the bad red hybrid. So let's just digivolve here. That's really good. Ooh, both of these, all of these are really good. I think I do just take this Tamer. That gives me Rush. I don't get any extra memory, but the Rush is always good. And I need to set up Tamers for my plays. So that way, if he aggresses and he hits another Tamer, I could potentially already be good to go. So there's a good likelihood I'm most likely using this Biomon to aggress. I almost feel like I need more than 10 level 5s sometimes. Putting me to 2. That's memory setter. So I could Garuda in the back and then Palmon. Hard play Palmon. That might be the play. Because I don't get its wind digivolving effect anyway here. Ooh, Courage is probably better. Digging for more cards is always good. And it sets up my option. It's interesting that they chose to use Flamemon's discard and draw versus Digivolve and raising. I mean, I guess it puts a Tamer underneath the Takuya, but I don't really think that really accomplishes that much. I mean, the Inheritable's fine. I'm not really going to be trying to interact with their Digimon, though. That card's good, though. Okay, so he just gets a free evolution. And then what's the follow-up? That's the penultimate question. Set up a Zoe? Sure. I think I do move out. So I could Digivolve. No, I think I hard play the Palmon. No, I think I Digivolve into Garudamon, pop this, hard play Palmon, Digivolve into Kabuterimon, and maybe kind of make something happen. Yeah. Is he gonna Digivolve now? I don't think that's a good play. Because I still have plenty of ability to react. Oh, they are. Depending on what they play, I could really easily potentially punish them. The Zoe. Oh, well that kind of sucks, losing my egg. So now I still hard play Palmon. Digivolve into Kabuteri. And then... Or I could just hard play the Mega Kabuterimon. That triggers this effect. Honestly, maybe just hard playing Mega Kabuteri is probably the play. just take the big damage while I have it. And then I have an ace play. Because I still have the Mega Kabuterimon to try to trap them. It was just unfortunate that I wasn't able to set up a secondary tamer. But this is a pretty aggressive stance. Because their deck really doesn't run any blockers outside of maybe the Ancient. And them being at... I mean, they do get a free evolution here, right? So if they have a hybrid, they could use this to get a free evolution. Oh, they do get a memory here. So they could do a lot here, actually. So they get to go to 4, get a free evolution here. They get Evo for 2, Evo for 2. And then they have 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks, barring nothing else happens. Oh, is this also affecting the hybrids? One of your tamers may digivolve. One of your Digimon or tamers. Okay. Yeah, so he gets to go to a free Digimon here. I could play the Palmon for free, or is it better just to take away this attack? I think it's better just to take away the attack. Makes it more annoying. This makes it way more annoying for them. Yeah, because I take away this ability too, so that probably was good. Oh no. Is he able to get rid of both? Oh, I didn't have enough colors. Otherwise, I would have been able to use that. All right. Yeah, so acing there was a misplay. I shouldn't have aced there. Because then he gets the end of attack, and then he gets to keep turn. Oh, he's just attacking me? That was a mistake. I'll take the Kabuteri. Thank you. That was a huge mistake. Because now I just win, right? Yeah. He needed to attack the ace. So what I should have done there to play better was I should have let him unsuspend get the kill on my Digimon, and if he made a secondary attack, that's when I ace. Because that way the initial damage would have potentially gotten me the Tamer out, which then would have made my ace way more powerful. So that was the correct line that I should have taken, and the correct line they should have taken was obviously just, you know, attack to the ace. Or could they not? No, because it's basically pseudo blitz, so they would have gotten 2 attacks. Going first, I have 2 diggers and a floodgate. I think this is fine. Little Digivolve down here. Blind draw. That's fine.
Heads up, apparently Ree's dropping by to grab a controller.
Oh no.
And a micro USB cord because...
Oh no. Okay, this is the same person.
I'm gonna make them my ladder people.
Who? Oh, Ree. Yeah, make them work for it. That's a good idea. Ooh, that's not good. So I can move this out as a floodgate and just sit on it, to be honest. Maybe that's actually the play. So I could set up some I could start setting up some tamers. So maybe I believe and set up a tamer. Oh, the rush is so good though. I kind of think I just want to take Mega Kabuteru. I don't think I need the rush. I could have chipped, but because I have the Biomon, so I would rather chip next turn. So that way, when it dies, this egg is hatched and I can add it to my hand and then evolve right away. So the Evo for 1. Oh, now it gets jamming. I guess that's cute. I still think this variation of red hybrids is probably one of the worst ones. Like, I think Ancient is still probably the best, and then I think, like, focusing on mono red, like, just no 2-color shenanigans Emperor is probably just better than multicolor Emperor. I think multicolor Emperor, while it's cute, its cards just are asking for a lot. And sure, it has a little bit more like protection and resilience and utility. I think the game is fast enough to where because you're a hair slower, that's going to kill you more than it's going to actually help. At least, like, that's just my interpretation based on what I know about red hybrids. Oh, punished. I don't have a Digimon in my trash. I should have attacked. At least I get a gain of memory. So I could... There's a lot I can do, actually. These turns are way more complicated than I was initially anticipating. So I could just hard out this. How much damage can I actually deal? So I could Evo here into Garudamon. Garudamon will give itself security attack plus. Hard play Birdramon. So Evo, go to 0, gain 2, hard play Bergermon. No, I don't think I have enough. Maybe I just like Angelamon. So Angelamon, get the free Evo here, and then do I need to have another tamer set up. That's the problem. So maybe I do have to play this out. Go to 5 to hard play this. Interesting. I could probably just out his field. Maybe that's the play. Just out the field. Um, so I probably just won't alliance this because I don't have piercing. So I think just choking them in 1, outing their field probably is the best play. Because now I could, like, Evo into Metal Guru. So I could, like, chip with BO next turn, get something in my trash, and then Metal Guru on here. So, what can they do? They already spent 1 memory going into Ukomon, so the only thing they could really do is maybe just set something else up. Pass? That seems like a very bad play. Very bad play. So just gain a free memory, gain a free memory. Alright, so now I have to hard play something. So we're probably going to hard play Biomon, because that would trigger Angelomon's effect, where it gains Alliance and can make an attack. Or do I just Evo? No, I think I saved the ace. I don't have a real reason to use it. So I could double Evo. So I could Evo into Kabuterimon and then Garudamon. Or do I just Biomon, trigger these, and then Kabuterimon to try to pass turn? Alright, we'll dig. Ooh, that's a really good hit. As much as I like Skull Greymon, I don't necessarily think Skull Greymon's that great. I think I just Alliance at 10. I think 10's pretty safe. Play 1 Tamer, and then add this card to your hand. Interesting. And then I think she has Alliance. She does. So I get to draw one, discard one. Honestly, is it Believe? I think it might just be Believe. Yeah, I think it is Believe. And then play out a Kabuteri. And then that lets me unsuspend you. And then I could attack again. Alliancing. No! That's fine. We just Kabuteri loop. Probably grab a level 4. Or, no, we grab a level 5. I had lethal with Garuda? I probably did. I mean, I had so many ways of lethal because between Garudamon and Mega Kabuterimon, I feel like so based on my personal perspective, easily the two best that are winning me games is Garudamon and Mega Kabuterimon. So these two are very easily the better ones that if I'm taking a more aggressive stance on adventures, then these are winning me games because they're giving me extra damage. And extra damage is always good, especially if I could play them out for free. Anduamon's just a combo enabler, and Skull Greymon is more for the resilience. So, plus Raid Retail can be pretty annoying to fight through, especially if I have Piercing on top of that. I wish there was something like another Piercer inheritable that I could play. I do like the Floodgate. Maybe I could go 1-1 on the Floodgates, but I do kind of just want the consistency on a singular Floodgate. Yeah, there's not really anything else I could kind of do. Because this just de-digivolves, which is good, but like I'm obviously being more aggressive being between Garudamon and Mega Kabuteri. Outside of obviously playing two like secret rare ties, which I don't have access to at this moment in paper, and this is probably the build. This build seems pretty solid. Because, like, I'm not hardcore trying to Gabu into Melga, and if I'm already doing that, then I technically am kind of in a losing position. And if their Digimon has any immunities, then Melga really isn't doing anything. So I think, like, this is probably fine. Having a Floodgate still is good. It's important. The fact that I can recur the Floodgates is nice. Free Evo, Piercer. I do like the security effect a lot. So I do value that. What is this security effect? Oh no, this doesn't even have a security effect. What? How does this not have a security? Why is this significantly better? I almost wish this had like more security effects. This has a security effect. Trash the top 2 Digivolution sources of one of the opponent's Digimon, then one of their Digimon with no Digivolution sources can't attack or block. I probably would rather have the recursion. Place one of your opponents. Oh, this is just security removal. Not terrible. But not exactly what I'm looking for. Gatomon. Give the opponent's Digimon security attack -1. Oh, I forgot to look at the... Oh, if I have 7 or fewer, no, that's... Kaku's not great. Gato's probably better. If I were to run, like, between Gato and Garuru, but I think Garuru is just better overall. It's probably the best one. Although, like, this one could prevent lethal. Give 2 of the opponent's security, or give 2 of the opponent's Digimon security attack -1, so it could stop lethal, where Garurumon can't. But Garurumon's just better utility overall, because if I have a level 5 in my trash, it's another way for me to grab it back. Lily goes well with Mega Kabu. Suspend all of the opponent's 5k or lower Digimon, then for every color tamer, return one of their suspended Digimon to the bottom of their deck. Yeah. No, I see the synergy. It's just, where's the room for it? Like, that's the big question, is where's the actual room for it? Because I could take out Angelomon and put in Lily instead. I don't know if that's exactly the play, because Angelomon just gives me free evolution, which is kind of insane. So maybe I don't need the free evolution as much as I think I do. And maybe... But, like, the cool thing is, if I have a wider field, then the free evolution definitely comes in very good clutch. But, like, Angelomon kind of right now is my tech or flex spot, because I kind of just don't want to get rid of Skullgreymon. At least not yet. I'm not, like, hard committed to it, but I do think there's value and merit in running Skullgreymon, especially in, like, the early stages of the game. He could help control very well. Because, like, my only thing with Lily... Like, I'm already just trying to ignore their Digimon regardless. I'm not trying to interact with their Digimon. But Lily does kind of out, like, tokens in wide fields. So, I don't know. It's, like, that's the complexity of this build. If you have that much recursion, maybe you don't need 3 Garudas and Mega Kabus. No, I 100... These cards are winning me the game. So, like, I really do value and respect them, because they are winning me the game. So, like, in that last game, like, yes, I did have a Garurumon and I could have used it for more damage. But in that last game, because I had 2 Mega Kabus, I literally just used my Our Courage United to loop Mega Kabus and be able to get free attacks. So, like, the value on having more Mega Kabus to be able to make more attacks is something I personally value way higher than trying to interact with the opponent's field that half the time isn't interactable. So, if I would sooner cut an Angelomon for a Lily than the Mega Kabu. Or I could even, like, cut Skullgreymon, because Skullgreymon is kind of like the control backbone. But I do like the on-delete ability where it just recurs a level 4, so I could go, like, Bergermon and then Bergermon into like, Mega Kabu, and then that suspends the opponent's Digimon. So, like, maybe I could play around with, like, taking that out for 2 Lilies or something. But, again, like, it's just trading control cards for control cards. Because, yeah, it's just trading control cards for control cards. So, like, maybe I don't need as high of sustain, and maybe the removal is more, like, the easier removal is more valuable. Well, I guess, like, technically, because this doesn't need any tamer setup, it's just the most ideal starter, where I'm really only getting value off of Lily if I've already suspended stuff with Mega Kabu or I have enough tamers. So maybe I do just still stick with the Skull Greys, and it's literally just the Angelwomons that could be the, like, Metal Grey, Wereguru, or Lily. You really like the Angemon? You run it at 4 since you run Warp Agu. Yeah, if you're playing, so there's the, I've already said this at the beginning, there's basically 4 different ways you're playing adventures, and you're going to want to try to build and cater your deck towards one of those 4 different directions. So one of the directions, which is the direction I'm taking, is leveraging Melga and Garuda and Mega Kabu to make the deck as aggressive as possible. So I am taking a more aggressive stance that's utilizing Metal Garurumon. So that's way number 1. Way number 2 is the inverse. You take a more control and defensive orientated build, and you lean more towards Wargrey. So you probably wouldn't be running as many Garudas or Mega Kabus or even Angelwomons, and instead you'd want to run the Metal Guru, or the Weregurus, Metal Gurus, and just other things to leverage a more control-oriented gameplay. And then you also have the other Wargrey that you could splash in with it as well. So that's way number 2. Way number 3 is you have a good healthy mix, like just raw toolbox it. And you have a good healthy mix of offense and defense because you're playing both Wargrey and Metal Guru. And then maybe you could even think about teching in some Omni-Tech or whatever. It really doesn't matter. But the idea is you have basically your bases covered between the deck's offensive and defensive capabilities. And then the last way that I see this deck wants to be built is actually using no level 6s and just going pure level 5s. So you could just run literally the actual plethora of toolbox of level 5s, and you're going to want to probably leverage a little bit more on the recursion aspect. So that's where, like, Skull Greymon becomes a little bit more of the star because of the recursion. So that way you have some extra sustain for when you're not, because you're not playing any aces. And you're trying to leverage that type of a build, thinking that the opponent might think you have aces until they realize you don't, and you're just literally being aggressive with, like, level 5s. So those are the 4 main ways that I see this deck being played. And I think all 4 variants are pretty viable. It just really depends on what you're getting out, what you want to get out of the deck. And because I'm a more aggressive player who loves multi-attacking and hitting big numbers, going any lower on Garudamon or Mega Kabuterimon, to me, is a personal sin. So that's kind of my little soapbox. But I could easily take out the Skull Greymon and play a Lilymon, and maybe that would end up being better because then I have more opportunities to, like, hard play something Evo and get those same style of effects with Alliance. So it's all just playtesting at that point. This hand is garbage. This hand's better. I just need to find a tamer, and I have plenty of ways to do that. So I probably want to have Palmon be in raising, because I don't want to leverage its ability yet. And then I'm going to play a Biomon just to try to be aggressive and chip at their security. I did find 2 hits, so I'm going to take the Kabu and the Sora, so that way next turn, if this is left alone, I could Kabu on top of this and play the Sora for free. Ooh, an Agu Gray deck. A Gaiomon. So is this like Black War Greymon, or is this just straight up Gaiomon? Because of the promo. They're just running this on top of the other Gaiomon. Okay, so they're probably just straight up both Gaiomons. Like, just running X-Antibody Gaiomons. The big question is, do I actually raise this out? I think I hold this one more turn. Well, what are they realistically able to do? That's the big question. So, what's my play, and what are they doing? So, actually, maybe I do move this out. I probably do. This feels correct. Because I could Digivolve here. Yeah. So I Digivolve here. Play out a Tamer for free. And then I could Digivolve. Oh, I probably should have Digivolved here first, because the attack on this would have given me more DP. So now this makes this a little bit more risky. Because I want to attack, unsuspend, and then... Because this only needs one Tamer setup. Because I get to unsuspend, then suspend, and then I could make an attack. So we're going to go for it. Immediately rewarded. Unsuspend, suspend. Oh, I don't get the attack. Oops. Oh well. That's fine. Yeah, the attack happens on the Alliance ability. Slight miscalculation. A second Cool Boy. The big question is, do they have a second Agumon X antibody to really be able to use the Cool Boys? They do. Okay. So now they just gain 2 memory for free. So they could evolve into a level 4 and then the level 4 into a level 5. And then I have to find a way to out their field. So as long as they don't have the limited to 1 Greymon X, I should still be okay in most situations. Tie. That doesn't seem like a good play. Garudamon needs 3 color Tamers. I'm really hesitant on wanting to Digivolve here. So maybe... This is Memsetter tie, though. So maybe evolving back there was a mistake. So I probably just attack into their security. Cool Boy, not ideal. And then I'm either going to be believing or couraging. I think maybe I set up the courage first. Yeah, that's fine. Courage gets me more initial cards. So I think I just set up the courage. It's unfortunate that they have their mem setter. And I wasn't able to use memory efficiently. So this is okay for sustain. I do have Kabu to be able to play out another Sora and Kairi. Not exactly the best use of that. Yeah, now they're just going to try to OTK me, it feels like. Gain 3, draw 3, kind of nuts. Yeah, I think probably I should have just hard played the BO to try to dig out for another rookie and then played the option since they were going to go to 3 anyway. Yeah, now he's bigger than me. So I could hard play the Garuda and then try to aggress with Garuda. How long does Garuda's ability last? For the turn. Okay. Maybe it's in their best interest to let my Mega Kabuterimon live. Is this able to attack at the end of the turn? He digivolved a Gaiomon into a Gaiomon. Interesting. Oh, because of the effect. Right. And then he goads my Digimon into attacking. I don't know if that was actually a good play. I'm going to go out on a limb and say no, that was not a good play. So I could add the ace back to my hand. Is that really what I want or need? I think it is. We're definitely adding the Mega Kabu back. So I think we're in a pretty good spot here. Because I just Digivolve the Mega Kabu here. Play out the Sora and Mimi for free. And then I should just be able to aggress really hard. Or do I hard play? No, I can hard play Bergermon. So I'm evoing here no matter what. Then play out a Tamer from my hand for free. Let's just get all the colors. And then we get to give one of our Digimon Alliance. So I could hard play Bergermon for 2. I think I just give Garudamon the Alliance. No, I think I do here. I think this is the play. Oh, I could just choose not to attack. Okay. So now I could just Digivolve here. And then I just Digivolve here, unsuspend the Garuda, and have the Garuda attack again. And then he's forced to block with his big Digimon. There. I don't know what I was afraid of. I really don't. Maybe, no, there was no reason to be afraid. Have no fear. Going first, I probably just Goma and Raising and Bio. So I could keep this. But yeah, so that's an example where it's just like, okay, Mega Kabuterimon kind of just does work. The unsuspend and attack just does a lot. I think I still just dig. Try to find tamers. Nope. There's an argument for the Angelmon, because I already have a Palmon to continue digging. So, like, next turn, I could raise out the Goma. Oh, what? Dark Masters? Using... Okay. And then he gets to play Puppetmon in Raising. No eggs is a choice, though. No eggs is definitely a choice. Yeah, so Puppetmon kills, what, 1 or 2? Delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. Okay, so it's just unsuspended Digimon. So I could raise out... Swing. Digi. Grab the BO. This is where Skull Greymon's pretty good. Because it essentially lets me reset this and grab my rookie back. I just wish I had jamming, so that way I can make this attack pretty safe. But unfortunately, I don't. So that basically makes this attack pretty useless. So we'll play out the level 4. The level 4 will grab me the level 3. And then the egg will grab me the level 5. That's pretty good for us. Now I just need tamers to set up. Because unfortunately, my cards don't do a lot without tamers. Which is probably one of the biggest reasons why, like, I think tamer hate in this format is going to be probably more important than ever before. Varaduru. Does it neg DP? Oh, he's just end of turn DNAing? Oh, it's an Ultimate Chaos deck. Okay. So 10 memory, no tamers set up. That's extra spooky. So we're gonna have to BO to dig for some. Still no tamers. Courage. Where are all my tamers? I swear. Like, I swear I have tamers in here. Oh my god. Are they just all in security? The second they hit like 1 or 2 tamers, they're probably boned. Yeah, how are they getting another level 6 in here? Or are they just gonna hit for 15? Oh, they're just hard playing it? Suspend, attack into it? I mean, it just dies anyway. I swear there's tamers in here, I promise. Oh, there they are. Do I just try to go off? No, I think I do this. Do I care? Yeah, I think I do care. Then I get to play out a 4. Grab the Garuda. Grab this. All right, now we're cooking. Grab back the Kabu. And then Digivolve for free into the Kabu. play out the Tamer. That gives Rush. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You just have Rush, no Alliance. Does this let me attack? It does not. So I think my opportunity to attack has been passed. So, do I just leave this up? I think I just leave it up then. And what? Just set up another Believe? Probably. That's a big hand. Yeah, when they give me 10 memory to work with each turn, and this deck has like nothing but draw power, yeah, it's just easy to have a large hand. -4, so they could kill the BO. I don't care about that. I'm not going to ace because Partition is annoying. So they have to out my... Oh, they're not even playing the game. What are they doing? So now I basically have free reign to do whatever I want. So let's start by evolving here. Gains Alliance. Because Partition doesn't work against battle. Oh, but he has Retell, doesn't he? Yeah, that was incredibly stupid. I'm just misplaying like a goober. Yeah, I should have just punched security. I don't know why I wasted my time attacking. Yeah, I should have just punched security. That was my bad. Because I don't think I have Alliance. I could gain memory. Hard play Garuda. Oh, I could Digivolve into Skull. That's an option. Actually, no. I want this. One, 2, 3, 4, and then attack. Cool. Yeah, that was an Ultimate Chaosmon deck. Not very good. Considering I misplayed like a goober and was still able to come out with a victory. I still have to do research on some of the other, like, builds, but this is probably what I'm going to be building in paper. It feels pretty good. I have lots of draw power, so, and I'm going second, so let's go ahead and keep this, because I'm going to Biomon, and then just set up my option suite. Ooh, not good for us. That's especially not good for us. I don't think I have anything to deal with the psych. Oh, they got rid of it. Cool. BO in the back. And then probably Courage. So I'm essentially just looking for a Kabuterimon so I could set up a tamer for free. That's really what I'm looking for. A level 4 also would have just been really good. So hopefully they decide to swing. Nope. They're just going to sit there, look pretty. Grab the floodgate. Not looking great. Alright, we found the level 4 we wanted. So now I just need more things. So I think Leviamon beats this deck pretty easily. Because Tamer removal is really good. And then they get to discard the Gazi, play the Gazi for free. That locks me out of using Believe in Our Friendship unless I get rid of the Gazi. But my iteration of the deck has no actual removal for Gazi. So I guess the Lily is probably needed. Because I don't have an out to Floodgates. I mean, granted, I'm not really trying to play around with the memory outside of this one specific card. But just in general, like, if they kept their Psych, that would have been pretty bad. So I think I'm forced to raise out. Digivolve here. Play out Tamer for free. I could aggro. Like, I could just aggress, play another Tamer, and pass. Is that really what I want to do, though? I could try to set up a... set something else up. Honestly, maybe it is just play a Tamer out for free. So, like, what am I doing? I could swing, have my Digimon get deleted, grab back the level 4, and then try to leverage Digivolving into the level 4 and then dig for something else. Honestly, maybe it is just hard play the Tamer and pass and see if they're able to kill my Digimon. Or should I just... No, I should just swing anyway. Alright. And then... probably just hard play a Tamer and pass. Because the search is nice, but this is going to end up dying. I grab back the level 4, and then I reset up my raising. Because the only other play is play out Mega Kabu, unsuspend, suspend, and then I'm not able to attack. So I think it is just play Tamer. Yeah, honestly, like if I was taking a deck competitively, Levia seems definitely one of the stronger decks because of just everything the deck is doing still is like insanely good. It never like so it's funny to me that everyone's trying to test new tools out when realistically the better idea is just to play Levia and don't even waste your time with anything new because your deck already hard counters it. Like, the only thing Levia might struggle with is, like, some of the more hyper aggressive decks, like Medusa, but, like, if that's what you're afraid of, I realistically don't think you should be that afraid. So now he deletes Ghazi and he breaks basically all my security. And then Levia X's and kills a Tamer. Courage is good. I like Courage. Oh, he's not gonna get rid of his... Because he doesn't want me to have the extra memory. I don't think... Realistically, I don't think he should care about that. I really don't. So, probably hard play an option. Or hard play Psych. I really... a top deck Garudamon would be insane. Levia X. So Levia X is going to kill one of my Tamers. Oh, he picked the wrong one. But they choked me to 1, so there's realistically nothing I can do. So I automatically lose the game in this position. Because BO I hard play for only 1. Because I can't gain memory. I have nothing on my fields. I have to, like, what? Metal Garudamon and get rid of this. And then he just builds up a whole nother thing in the back. So, yeah, I automatically lose. Cool. Alright. Riveting game of knowing that I automatically lose to Floodgates. So, we're going to have to take out these and play the Lilies. Granted, it's just unfortunate. I would have liked to keep the sustain in, but I think just being able to out Floodgates is probably way more important. Yeah, like, so if I were actually going into this competitive season, looking at all of the top tier competitive decks, honestly, if I'm not playing one of the 2 most degenerate decks in the format, which is Royal Knights or Sakuyamon, Leviamon, I think, would be my 3rd pick because it literally just hard counters almost everything in the game. So, like, as a player, why would I waste my time with any of these when I could just continue to play Leviamon and still be fine? And I think, like, the reason why in all of this early data and whatnot, we haven't seen Leviamon pop up is literally because of the fact that everyone's playing with new cards. And, like, people probably just... It's recency bias. So, like, oh, the new cards are just that much better. No, some of the older decks are fine. I think this is a matchup I automatically lose because I need my Tamers. And the fact that this deck also doesn't have any Tamer recursion definitely hurts. Snatch. Because, like, I even think Leviamon is good into a deck like this. Because I could just continuously spit bodies out. And make it so the Ragnarok cannon is pretty much useless. Yeah, and then they kill my Tamer. Cool. Yeah, I think this matchup is borderline unwinnable. Yeah, I realistically don't think there's anything this deck can do to stop Galacti. Cause like he just kills my Tamers and then there goes my game plan. And there's no tech cards I can really add in. Alright, can I not face two hard negative matchups? So I could test to see if the card I'm swapping out actually is impactful? Well, we see it. So I'm going to keep this hand because I have to believe in our friendships. So I at least can try to dig out of my way for something. Cool. Hard negative matchup. So this is going to go over very poorly. I think like the only thing I can do is like run the other floodgate, to be honest. Like that honestly feels like it's the only other thing I can do. Yeah, now I have to hope for them to essentially not remove my Tamer. Oh, they're playing bad cards. Okay. I mean, they found... Wow. They didn't take the card that wins them the game. So they must have one in hand, right? If they didn't take the card that wins them the game. Well, it's unfortunate that I don't have anything in my trash. Okay, so they're playing bad cards. So are they going to take the Snatchmon? No, now they take the Destro. When it's too late. I think I just have to play the other Tamer, to be honest. Because he's just going to kill one of them. So this gives me like one turn to potentially go ballistic on them. Oh, we're so cooking. We just need to draw into another level 4, and we're so cooking. Oh, well, that was a waste. I didn't look at my memory. Because this is not mem setter, but he has options to be set up anyway. Yeah, I probably should have set up like courage or something else this turn. I mean, the choke to 1 isn't that bad of a play. Especially, like, I could have done it with Anduamon, but that would have been, like, super risky because I was banking on a level 4 to draw. Oh, he was probably hoping to Digivolve into the Destro in his hand for free, and that wasn't the case. I mean, he still gets to reduce the Digivolution of this. Kill a single Tamer. Oh, it's a free Evo? That's unfortunate. Does he have to delete a Digimon before a Tamer? No, he could just delete both my Tamers. Black Scramble. So he just gets to delete both my Tamers for free. That's such utter bullshit.
That's such utter bullshit.
Yeah, okay. I just lose the game then. Cool.
You're just like casual streaming, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna work out, so there might be like some leak over, like noise.
Okay.
It's the only thing. I don't know.
My mic is pretty good at filtering out not the correct sounds.
Yeah, that's the way I want my earbuds to be, but it seems like every time I buy a pair of earbuds.
Earbuds, it's a little bit harder because it's trying to cancel out the sound. This doesn't cancel out the sound. It just isn't gonna pick it up.
Should I just buy like a classic, or not a classic, but just a one-ear style Bluetooth? Do you think those are just much better about not picking up bad sound?
There's never not gonna be a good option, Chris. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Well, Britt uses the Samsung flagship model, and they work pretty good. But she'll do dishes or anything, that type of stuff.
3 plus the amount of Vemons and sources. Yeah. No, I think Galacti just automatically wins against Adventure in any capacity because they rely. Oh my fucking god! Get out of here! Find somebody else to play.
Oh, someone you don't like, or they're a pain.
Oh, now I find somebody else. Swap decks and find somebody else. No, it's the same opponent, and his deck hard counters mine. So it's like it's such a worthless game because I might as well not even play it.
It just makes you.
Well, no, he plays one single card and I automatically lose the game, and then that's it. Like it's not even anything. It's such a non-game.
Okay. Yeah, that's annoying.
Like it's honestly an extra hard neg. Like, that's probably one thing why I probably won't actually play Adventures competitively. Is because, like, Galactimon is actually a deck people are going to be thinking about utilizing, or just any Tamer Hate deck. And I automatically lose to those. And that's not fun.
Wait, is Tamer Hate a new card that was printed?
No. I mean, it's it's always been around. It's just how popular is it is the real question.
Does Tamer help with the existing Digimon so fast problem, or no?
No. It doesn't help with the Digimon so fast problem. It just hard counters a lot of decks incidentally because Tamers have became more and more important, especially because most decks can't react to them. So there's a few small handful of decks that actually can and can do it fast enough. And Galacti's one of them, and he just like automatically wins the game if he sees it.
Gotcha.
Especially if you're playing with a Tamer heavy deck.
So it's like,
Yes. Kind of, yes.
That's the closest analogous I have right now.
Yes. Missing the 2 Hexies feels bad, but we'll find something else. I could take the Invisimon or a second Gao. I think the Invisimon is the play. So they're not playing a real deck, so we kind of just get to do whatever we want. So let's see. I can move out. I'm going to have to hard play this, aren't I? I'm going to have to like move out, hard play this, and then go off. So probably have one more turn to set this up and try to dig for a second level 4, and then I'm good. Oh, what? They're not even... This is not even a real deck. What are they even doing? Hammer Spark. So I know they have removal, so I can't just hard play this. Or can I? Ooh. Do I just take the Tamer? I know I need the other level 4, though. But the Tamer is very enticing. Let's see if they have it. If they have it, they have it. Well, I found the Tamer anyway, so we're good. They have to do something this turn, otherwise they're going to get boned. And I'm kind of baiting them to do something by hard playing this. Because I pretty much have everything I want or need, and their hand is almost in the size that I need it to be. Okay, yeah, they're just boned. Yeah, I can't even say this is a real game. They can pretend like they're playing. But there's no way their deck is even anywhere remotely able to deal with what my deck is about to do. Oh, that's a good draw. Who needs Hexablow when you could just do this? Let's just print memory. We'll do this first. Then that forces both of us to draw more cards, because drawing more cards is always fun. How many cards do I trash? Just one. Delete a Digimon? Oh no, I forgot. He has a non-delete gain of memory. That was a misplay. Um... let's see. 9 cards in their hand. You could have that. Gain a memory. Gain more memory. What is memory? When we can just take forever on our turn to do everything we want. Because that's the way this game is played. Yeah, like, I just do whatever the heck I want. That's how this is played. Alright, let's get back to some real games. I actually don't know if that deck would have beaten Galacti. I think Galacti has better resistance against it. Well, again, this hand is garbage. Not much better. I have searching, and that's about it. Probably take the Geel X. Just play this, draw 2. Still no rookie, but that's fine. Maybe I was just better off setting up. No, I think just digging through the deck is better. Oh, they didn't Geel X? Oh, they didn't take Geel X. I'll just draw 2. There's a rookie. Now I can start thinking about playing the game. It only took a turn or 2. And I have the Kabuteri to set my Tamer up for free. So if I draw another Tamer or another option, I'm probably in a good spot. I don't want to just give away Digimon for free. Galacti also has ways to Digicross from the hand. Yeah, you just have to play specific floodgates against them. Like, can't Digicross, or can't reduce play cost is definitely a huge floodgate against them. But, like, Galacti, as long as you're able to, like, flood the field effectively enough, Galacti really can't do a whole lot against you. And as long as you have good and recursive removal, then you could just eventually out the Galacti. So, like, that's why I think, what's its face? That's a pretty good, actually, no, that's not good for us. Because then he could just Digivolve and kill it. But anyway, that's why I think like Levia is pretty good into Galacti because like it could just spawn bodies for free, deal lots of damage. It could potentially hit big numbers, but the fact that it could just like double delete the Galactimon, so it has to waste literally everything to save itself, otherwise it still dies if it's the only thing on the field, is kind of relevant. Well, there's your Gallant. You gonna take that, or you're gonna take the War Growl? He's taking the Gallant. Yeah, because War Growl in this situation really wouldn't do anything. Gilx in the back. And then how much memory are you gonna give me? What am I at? What's my magic number? 2? 3? 4? 2. When an effect deletes Digimon, one of your Guilmon or Growlmon in its name can digivolve into a Growl or Gallant or Megidramon from your trash. Okay, so nothing as of right now. So we just Palmon. Ooh, the Beel's a nice pickup. I think I just attack security. Yeah, that's fine. I don't want to give him anything to, like, respond or react to. So I think my best play is just set up a Tamer, so that way I can Kabuteri play the other Tamer. So I'll only have 2 colors, which is unfortunate. But I think I have to play the Sora first. So that way, off of the Kabu, I could play the Mat. And then, at least I could still work with my cards that interact with 2 colors. Oh no! Garuda! I don't know what he wants. Is he trying to, like, wait for a good opportunity to move this out and do stuff? Because I'm not going to give that to him. Like, I know Gallantmon likes having Digimon to interact with on the field to delete stuff. Alright, so we can move this out. Gain a memory. Digivolve here. Play out the Tamer. See, if I had just one more color, I could Garuda. I think I just Lily here. Like, this just feels like a Lily play. Because Lily should just get rid of this, right? Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm giving him way too much memory. And by too much, I mean 2. But this is pretty threatening, I would say. Because right now they're probably just plotting out their turn where it's like move out of raising, crack for 2, go up to 4, digivolve for 2, digivolve for 0, digivolve for 3. And then that chokes me to 1. Potentially get rid of my Digimon. Because I won't have exactly the ability to, like, deal a whole bunch of damage, but I could do some good stuff. Oh, they're skipping. They're not raising. So they're trying to set up still. So I was correct on that. And then what's their follow-up? So discard 1, draw 2. Pretty good. So we BO in the back. Still don't have enough colors to hard play Bergermon. If I had another color to hard play Bergermon and Digivolve for free, I think I got this game. So instead, I think I just BO. So I could hard play BO, give it Alliance, Digivolve into probably the Kabuterimon, because I want to save BO here for something. So I just make like a big power turn here. Probably our courage. So use this to Alliance. Okay, safe, easy. So I could Digivolve. Maybe I Digivolve here. No, I think I Digivolve here. And then I could just Digivolve here. Choke to 1. And then if a... Because I could use the egg to grab the Garuda back from my trash. If I get another tamer out that gives me my 3rd color, I'm pretty golden. Raid Retaliation. That doesn't matter. Oh, I guess it does for this. And then Digivolve mid-attack. Is that the game plan? I don't know why you're attacking into my Digimon then, if that's the game plan. Because if you're just going to Digivolve into Megidramon, like... everything's just going to die anyway, and then you don't actually have an attack target. Maybe I do just ace this away. And then do they just automatically lose the game from here? I do have 3 colors? Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm sitting here thinking I only have 2. Oh, they hard play Gallant to out this. That's unfortunate. Do I want to play the other one? Probably. And then grab the Garuda. Yeah, I probably could have played this game better if I acknowledged that I actually had 3 colors. I mean, Gallantmon's not going to be able to delete anything, so I should be okay. The only thing I have to worry about is, like, Crimson mode. If he doesn't hard play a Gallant. Oh, he gets to delete my Kabuteri, though. Is this a May? No, it's not. So, I'm curious why the mill happened. Growlmon, delete a 3K or mill 2? But it says delete a 4K. Is that just misprogrammed? I think that might have been misprogrammed. I think he wanted this to die. You've been out of the Digiloop for like a year and a half at this point, and you have no idea what you just watched outside of a bunch of shenanigans? The fuzziest Zinogre, you are correct. The game is just shenanigans. So the concept of memory for the most part exists, but a lot of decks tend to use it as a suggestion, not actually a rule that they should or could follow. Going second, I think I want to mill this. Like, I have a line, but the 2 Joes and Mimis kind of don't feel great, and I don't have any extra searching. This is arguably worse. No. It's arguably better because I have the Kabuteri. So I could, like, Palmon, Kabuteri. Oh, setting me to that much? Interesting. That kind of makes me just want to hard play the Pal. Is it wrong to just hard play the Pal? I feel like it is. But I really want to do it. Because I could hard play Pal for 3, go to 2, draw 2, Digivolve here, go to 0, play a Tamer, then play another Tamer. I think I'm doing it. Okay, perfect. That would have been better, but... And then I have the option to either hard play another Tamer or Our Courage. I think maybe either Biomon or Our Courage is better. I don't exactly know why he's playing this with that. Like, is it just a hybrid deck? I think just setting up this is probably better. Found probably arguably the better Tamer in this situation. I could have hard played this and had a blocker. That was also very viable. But considering they didn't move out of raising, I think I did the correct play. Yeah, it's just an ancient. It's the Omnimon deck using ancients instead of the actual Greymons and Gabumons. I felt like we were going that way after Lugamon shenanigans. Although I did quite enjoy that. I should find my way back into the game at some point. You could try. It's never a bad thing to try or too late. I will say, because of the recent bans and restrictions, you could play your old Lugamon deck and have minimal upgrades and probably be fine. My only issue here is I don't have level 4s. So I think I just play this. Found another tamer. Oh, I could return the Angelmon back to my hand. That's an option. I just wish I had a free evolution. This just stops memory gain. So it's probably just hard play another tamer, right? Just try to get set up. Seriously, that's good to know. Yeah. So like that's probably your easiest entry point back into the game is just take your BT14 Lugamon and just buy some of the newer tools to upgrade it. And it's probably still, for the most part, somewhat viable. Because, like, there was the Takumi Kazuchi variant, and, like, you could look into that, but for the most part, you don't really need the Takumi Kazuchi stuff, because the main Fenry that was enabling that got limited to 1, which basically killed the Takumi Kazuchi half, which was a way easier and better OTK. So now you just go back to what you were doing before. That was another level 4 is always good. I'll take level 4s. So I'll have Goma in raising this time. I'll gain piercing here, so I could Digivolve here. Ooh, Garudamon's insane. But I'll hold on to Garudamon for, like, combo play. Yeah, because I have piercing. And boom, 14. Oh, another mat. Alter B. So I already used this effect. So I could hard play Bio. No, I would need to be in another level 5. I think I just am going to have to pass turn by setting up either Believe or another Tamer. I mean, I could literally just play Palmon for free, or Biomon for free. This literally costs me nothing. Ooh, the Lily seems really good. Having another Bergermon also seems really good, but I am low on level 5s. So it's either Angewom... Oh, God. All of these are really good. I think it is just Lilymon. I'm just going to take the Lily. And then... Probably more memory next turn to work with, so it's either Tamer or... No, I think it is a Tamer. I think a Tamer's correct. Yeah, the fuzziest Zinogre, after this game, I could show you my list. I think I still have the list on here. Or maybe because it's the new version, it got deleted. I don't know. I'll see if I have my Fen list to show you real quick. I think this person's basically done. Like, their deck really doesn't seem to be performing very well. Analog. Like, they're spending way too much time setting up, and I'm basically already at their throats. Like, I have lethal on board. Yeah, I'll probably still play this at locals. I don't think I'm going to invest the money for the ties, knowing that this deck probably isn't very competitive. I mean, it probably is. It's just knowing that, like, if I was competitive, I would want to play a deck that can hose on Tamers very easily and consistently. And that immediately puts any deck that's super heavily reliant on their Tamers on the back foot. Like, honestly, I think a very good Galacti player could very easily get into top 16s of, like, large events. Because the variance of them hitting a deck that's running a high number of Tamers, or, like, is reliant on their Tamer to do something, is still very high. Do you need the tie-in adventure? I'm not running it because I don't have it. Oh, look at that. An extra body out of nowhere. Security Digimon are correct. I think this person knows that they lost. Call it a hunch, but I think they know that they lost. Yeah. But yeah, you don't technically need the ties for adventure. So, like, I'm purposely not running the tie because I don't have it in paper. So I want to practice without it. So that way I can, like, actually know what I'm supposed to be replacing it with. But if you're wondering why Ty is good in adventures, it's mostly the fact that he just gets to play a level 5 for free. So, 1, he's the deck's memory setter. 2, he's also good card draw whenever our Digimon are attacking. So, he's consistent in card draw, our memory fixing Tamer, an extra color for the deck because the other Tamers aren't white. And then on top of that, you could use him in the late stages of the game to just hard play a level 5 for free. Which is absolutely nuts, considering, like, if you have the Matin TK... it just gains rush, so it could just attack. And that also would trigger a lot of the level 5's abilities, where it's just like, when you play a Digimon, or Digivolve, then you get a gain alliance and can make an attack. So it's just absolutely nutso synergy. What would I replace with the tie? So I'm just playing other tamers. So I'm playing like one blocker because sometimes that could be useful. And then I'm mostly just running more Sora and Karis because like having the Mimi Joe effect is still very valuable because these cards don't gain you the memory. These just give you an additional ability, which is good, but sometimes you need the memory. So that's why like the tie is pretty important, is because he automatically sets you to 3, and then if you have any of these additionals on the field, then you just plus more on memory. But without the tie, you just run more of these and like maybe the other one just for colors. Like it's not really that big of a deal, and then you just probably would play more like Courage United and Believe in Our Friendship, because realistically you could go like 3 and 3, but I think Courage is like absolutely insane, and the fact that people are looking at that card and only playing 3 of it, I'm like, I kind of like using it more and seeing it more consistently, especially if you're not like doubling down on card draw elsewhere. I can't tell you how many times in this stream alone Garurumon actually has procced his security effect, like, or the fact that he was in security. Like, part of me wants to build, like, a security adventures build. Where I just run all of the security ones. It's not good, but it's funny. But yeah, so that's that. It doesn't look like I have, my Fen list on here. So, I don't exactly have... I mean, on one of my other streams, I was playing the Fen list. So, the Fluffiest Zinogre, check back at some of my other streams and flip through, and you should see in one of them, like, either... I think it might be the post-ban and restriction video. Like, the post-ban and restriction stream. That one probably has the list. But it's mostly just the same old stuff that we were running in like BT14, BT16. So, I've streamed for almost 3 hours. I'm going to be calling it here. I think this is probably as good as I'm going to get with adventures. Obviously, there's lots of customization for the deck, but in terms of my own personal playstyle, I think this is probably the best that I'm going to get it for locals. So I also need to have time to put this all together in paper. So that's partially why I'm also going to be ending the stream a little bit early. Otherwise, I could probably continue for another like hour to 2 hours. But yeah, I got a lot of thinking on adventures that I need to do, so I can try to like maybe make an adventures video because it is a starter deck and I didn't do that yet. So shame on me. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming out and watching. It means the absolute worlds to me. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this, make sure to like. Anytime you're watching a stream, please like it, so that way it helps YouTube know that, you know, my content's good enough for other people to like and recommend. Then, outside of that, make sure to always follow and subscribe because it's free, it's easy, and ring that notification bell so that way you can stay up to date when I go live or upload my videos next, because I do still plan on making content. I know the content side of things has slowed down a little bit, but that's because I'm doing a lot of thinking and soul searching and other stuff. So I do apologize for the lack of like that type of content. And as always, I hope everyone enjoyed the stream. And I hope to see everyone in the next one. So thank you for watching. Bye.